Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in, back with another video a day until this channel hits 100K. This is a video that I'm revisiting. I do this every couple years or so, and it is Indian motorcycles versus Harley-Davidson. Started in 2019, revisit it in 2023, and now here I am doing the same thing in 2025, because one of the most common things you hear about super diehard Harley-Davidson fans is that the dealer support is that much better when you buy a Harley-Davidson than it is when maybe you go with an Indian motorcycle. Now, here I am, I own a 2018 Harley-Davidson Heritage 114. I love that motorcycle, but I have also done a whole bunch with Indian motorcycles, and I am a huge fan of Indian motorcycles. Every year they get better and better, and honestly, I think that the gap is absolutely bridged. But this is a common hot topic, and that is the dealer support. Now, this is super labor intensive to go through because neither one, Harley or Indian, just give you an entire list and let you map it by yourself. You need to go through every dealership, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dealerships, and map them out into a spreadsheet and then import them into, it's a lot. So if you guys could subscribe to the channel for the hard work, I'd really appreciate it. Now, right now, I'm also giving away a DynoJet Power Vision. This is the Power Vision 4. If you go over to gearsandgadgets.com, I've actually created a monthly giveaways tab and you can enter there. And I have also added a tab for show notes where you yourself will be able to go in and access this map that I'm going to be demonstrating for you guys today. So if you want to check it out for yourself and see where these dealerships may or may not be located, you can go to that map and check it out. Now, I am one person and I went through and harvested all of this data myself. There may be some mistakes, so I'm calling this unofficial. If you catch any of my mistakes, please drop a comment down below and I will go in there and make that modification. Jumping into this list, going into the Harley-Davidson dealers in 2019. The reason why I mapped this in 2019 compared to 2023 was because it was known that Harley-Davidson, a bunch of dealers, were shutting down. So if you go from 2019, there were 683 Harley-Davidson dealerships, and then in 2023, 592. So almost 100 less dealers across the country. And that was something that I thought was pretty interesting to track. So going through this and just watching the evolution, this is fascinating to me. Harley-Davidson versus Indian. Indian only had 188 dealerships compared to Harley-Davidson's 683 in 2019. So back then, that statement was incredibly true. Way more dealers, and when you look at the map, you can just see a lot of dead space. In Nevada, specifically, if you were riding around this area in Nevada, you were pretty much screwed between Boise and Vegas for a dealership, this kind of like triangle of nothing. That's changed to the point where now you're kind of just screwed no matter what, because if we compare that to Harley dealerships today, now I've got Indian in 2019 and Harley in 2025 both turned on, and there is nothing in that area. But if we go over to Indian now in 2025, you can see still same kind of idea. This whole area, you're actually losing area now with Harley-Davidson where you probably had it before. So you'll just start to see that this statement now is less and less true as we get into this comparison. What I see here with Indian versus Harley-Davidson is I see Indian opening dealerships where Harley is closing them down. So a lot of arguments can go back and forth about what the reason behind that is, but I think that Indian has been putting out banger motorcycles for several years now. The Pursuit, the Challenger, the new Chieftain that they have out, the Sport Chief, I can just go on and on. Indian has been crushing it. Harley-Davidson just did their new touring bikes, which, you know, was a big hit, I believe, but I don't know if sales have followed. Who knows? But I do know that if you look at the entire country, you could say maybe Indian's catching up or maybe Harley's right sizing, I don't know. But if you look at this map, Harley-Davidson dealerships in 2019 compared to Harley-Davidson dealerships in 2025, it is staggering. I was shocked to see. So the numbers go from 683 dealerships down to 567. And one thing that I've been really critical about this whole narrative about, well, there's so many dealerships with Harley-Davidson versus Indian, a lot of it, if not the overwhelming majority of it, isn't in the middle of the country where you want it. it's in very overly saturated city centers like LA, Florida, these states that have heavy motorcycle presence, where yeah, you have, if you ride in that state and that's the only place that you ride, you are cruising with dealership support. But when you start looking at this, again, 2025 compared to 2019, you are losing a ton of the middle of the country. So whereas if you broke down in the middle of South Dakota, or I don't know, the middle of Nevada, there's so much of this area also in the Midwest here where now that narrative, it's gone. If you look at that now compared to Indian in 2025, Indian actually fills in some of these blanks. We still have a massive dead space in the middle of Nevada. You're not really winning with either one of these. When you get into this Midwest area, it's really honestly, in my opinion, getting to be very close in terms of dealer support. Now, the one argument, and I think Matt Laidlaw might have made this argument before, I know Matt's watching this video, is that in California, it's like the more dealers, the better off you are as a consumer because it's competition for these dealerships. That isn't totally untrue, but that narrative about more dealerships, I never hear it argued in the sense of better pricing for maintenance. I've always heard it as better availability should you break down in the middle of nowhere. And I think that Indian arguably actually might have better support because there's less of them on the road. There's a ton of dealerships to support them, so there's maybe a better chance of getting in and out of a dealer than there is in some of these other remoter, more remote dealerships with Harley-Davidson. So I don't know. I'm fascinated by this, but what's more fascinating to me is that Indian Motorcycles in 2019 had 188 dealerships. In 2023, 200, and in 2025, 203. They're going up, albeit at a slow pace, but Harley-Davidson seems to be coming down at a much more rapid pace. You have 683 in 2019 to 592, and then down to 567. They are chunking off tens of dealers over the course of years as opposed to adding any. And it seems to be like that's a pretty interesting narrative about the trajectory of both of these brands. Now, based on my absolute not math skills and just using ChatGPT, charting these two things out, it's not lost on me. Harley still has way more dealers than Indian, but this is saying that Harley is declining at about 19.64 stores per year, and Indian is increasing about 2.5 per year. These two trends are projected to meet in the year 2042. That's not that far away. I mean, you can think about it like, yeah, that's still 20 years away, but that's only 20 years away. And if you start thinking about it like they start chipping away at a faster pace, which is also potentially possible, who knows? So it's wild to see Indian Motorcycles kind of resurrected from nothing and potentially, in terms of dealership support, being on track to match around 2042. That's pretty wild. Now, feel free to check the math down below or leave your opinions because I know there will certainly be a lot of them, but I think it's awesome to see Indian Motorcycles stepping and or defending their turf while Harley-Davidson is losing some of theirs. Now, again, I am a fan of Harley-Davidson. I love my motorcycle. I love Harley-Davidsons, but I think that some of the Harley guys take some of the old bravado of Harley-Davidson and just apply it across the board, when in all reality, I think Harley-Davidson's actually been losing pretty significant ground and potentially probably market share over the last few years. Now, to all those guys out there, I can already tell you're typing away if you haven't already hit send, which I'm sure a bunch of you guys have, about how, well, enjoy your Polaris. That's like a dig that some of these Harley fanboys love to throw at the Indian motorcycle brand, but I actually think that Indian being a part of Polaris is a fantastic thing because that means that Polaris isn't just making money on their motorcycles, they're also able to kind of subsidize some of their other portions of their business through the rest of the success of their others. They've got their off-road stuff, they've got their boats, they've got all kinds of things that are profit centers for them. They are not just relying on getting you to buy a motorcycle for the most amount of profit, which that was kind of Harley-Davidson's whole MO under Jochen Zeitz, which I know he's kind of stepping aside. But with that said, Harley-Davidson only has a revenue stream through motorcycle sales and then parts and accessories and t-shirts, whereas Polaris is able to actually spread that throughout their entire brand. And I think that's way better for the consumer than Harley-Davidson being kind of like a one-trick pony. Again, I love Harley-Davidson, but I have heard so much from the Harley fanboys about how Polaris is somehow less than, and those are people I can tell you have not ridden an Indian motorcycle. So am I an Indian fanboy? Sure am. Do I love my Harley-Davidson? Yup. But I do think there's plenty of people out there who should, as Harley-Davidson owners, when they're looking at a Harley-Davidson, put their butt on the saddle of an Indian motorcycle, because again, the dealership support is starting to show that they're picking up some slack where Harley-Davidson's actually cutting some out. And again, unless you only plan on riding around LA or Daytona Beach, where you want to have 53 dealers within that little tiny section of town, I think it's important to look at the entire country and think, hey, if I were to go cross country, what kind of support do I actually genuinely have? So with that said, again, I will link this map, gearsandgadgets.com. It's over on the show notes page of something I just kind of created. So bear with me as I'm doing that. You can click on this link and go in and play around with this map all you want. Tell me where I screwed up. Tell me what I did wrong. With that being said, thank you very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I'll see you guys next time.